I was supposed to be on this. Not mad at what he did, but more that she missed out on certain roles because of everybody that was competing with all the black women that were competing at the time with her.
My argument will always be people get so upset at Jada and don't understand what she sacrificed for their marriage and for their relationship, right? And again, and these are some of the women that have made the most sacrifices are the ones that we tend to dislike. So Hillary Clinton, all right? I'm not going to say that I'm Hillary Clinton's biggest fan or anything like that. I'm not going to say that one bit. The documentary I saw about her on Hulu definitely changed my perception of her. And also, so not necessarily saying I'm on Team Hillary, but there are sacrifices that she made in order to be the wife of Bill Clinton, even with her changing her name, right? Because remember when he was first released, when he was first introduced to us, she was not Hillary Clinton. She was Hillary Rodham.
Mm-hmm.
And then she ended up
her parents had the bread.
Right, and she ended up being Hillary Rodham Clinton, and then Hillary Clinton. She had to drop the Rodham. She had to lose a piece of her identity. And this isn't about whether you take your husband's name or not, right? That decision had already been made. But because they're in Arkansas, and because he is trying to be governor, and because of the idea of what a Southern woman and what the governor's wife and all this should be, she had to drop that name. Like, as far as even with her working, there's work that she was doing that she had to stop. Like, the woman is not an idiot, right? So this isn't like she just had, and not to shit on any, I'm just saying she wasn't like she was an English major. Okay, like it's
I'm sure English major did it.
So, like, she was fine, but again, his sacrifices be made. So all I have to say with Jada, and I've said this before, every story that Jada tells about any conflict or anything that's happened with her and Will has told that same story. But when she tells it, we hate her for it because she tells a story, and he can tell the exact same story and nobody blinks a fucking eye. They're like, oh, well, that's just Will. And it's like, and she's like, no, like, y'all hear what the fuck I'm saying? Like, when she talks about her 40th birthday party, and how that shit went, just different, I always will talk about the way that he embarrassed her with his grandmother. Like, that was, I don't know if we'd got married after, like, because if nothing, it's not even the embarrassment factor. You don't fucking respect me. And then for you to do that with your grandmother, like a woman who I know how much you love and care for her, and I know how much her opinion matters to you. And this is what you showed her. This is what you did. This is how you introduced me to her. So I don't think it's necessarily a jealousy thing, but it's definitely a, look, I have made some fucking sacrifices for you. And I, to that point, it could be a reason why, again, people want him to go against her and he doesn't. They want him to be like, oh, fuck my wife, blah, 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 and he doesn't. And I think it's because he knows what she has fucking what she has fucking sacrificed for him.
Well, let's talk about some roles that she missed out on. Here we go.
It was my sixth screenplay overall. So in the midst of writing what was then titled My Homeboy's Wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, My Homeboy's Wedding.
And by the way, I was there.
We have a pause here from Stacey. Go ahead.
She goddamn Palmer. I knew
as soon as I saw this clip, I was like, she's gonna make me. That's why I literally had I didn't stop my finger on the mouse because I knew you guys gonna make me pause it.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna put myself on mute and I'm just gonna write on my little pad.
Write your notes.
I'm just gonna write my fucking keep talking. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize. Everyone.
Never gonna be the title.
I love My Homeboy's Wedding.
It's gotta be a black and it's gotta be a wedding. And I was like, there's gonna be black people on the poster. Don't use that. Anyway, I was writing My Homeboy's Wedding, and in the midst of it, I said, oh, I can direct this. And so Spike, who's my cousin, Spike Lee is my cousin.
And when it should have been right there for me, but I just thought y'all both was Lees. When I found out y'all were really relatives, I was like, yes, that's T-Boo.
I gave the script to him, and he had seen everything prior, but he was like, this is it.
Let's talk about how you got to this cast. Who was auditioning for this? Who did you see for certain roles? Did you get the cast you had initially wanted?
It's interesting. I had another producer friend of mine who said, think of like the biggest star you can get when you're writing for these people. So I remember when I was starting to write it, I had read something, I think it was a Hollywood Reporter. Will Smith had said, there's such a dearth of roles out there for black actors that I can't even get a script with my wife and I. So I said, I'm going to write the best man for Will and Jada.
Wow.
So I had them in my mind.
And her as Robin or as
Jordan.
As Jordan,
yeah. And I had a bunch of people in mind, right? But that's pie in the sky. Once you get greenlit and Universal says $9 million, it's like, we ain't getting Will Smith.
Because that's his budget.
Right. So it's like, okay, what is realistic? And so what was so beautiful was the acting community was so ready for it. We met with a bunch of people. A lot of people came in to read. I mean, there were so many people, like Wood Harris read.
Harris read for what role?
He read for Quentin.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a tremendous actor. And his brother Steve read for Lance, and we were very close to casting him. Michael Jai White came in and read for Lance. You know, there were a bunch of people that came in. Regina King.
Regina, what role?
She was looking at Jordan.
Wow.
She was looking at Jordan.
No, wait a minute.
All right. Now, my one question, you can unmute yourself now, Stacey. Okay. My one question in this, and we can discuss more like the deeper thing is, why wouldn't you reach out to Will? I mean, just because you can't think you afford Will, but if Will saw that script and was like, man, this is a nice romance film, why not reach out to see?
Some people do it for the love.
Yeah, like I want, like, think about he could be in a nice black rom-com, like, okay. But at the same time, Malcolm Lee, that was his first film. So, I mean, he could have been like, you know, whatever with you, but he could have been like, hey, Spike, make a call.
Yeah.
Like, let me get what I can get.
What year did The Best Man come out?
99.
99. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if you could have got Will in 99, but it's not a bad idea to ask. Right. But you definitely can't go in with a high expectation.
It would have been a good point, a good time, because when he just coming off Wild Wild West.
Yeah, he needed a hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would have been a good time, perfect timing for Will.
Which makes me wonder if the idea, again, it's a black.
Yeah, remember he turned down Nations at this time too. So around this time, he didn't turn down The Matrix too.
Right. So like I said, so this is a black rom-com, and so we're in that late 90s black rom-com or early 2000s black rom-com world. And it's, I mean, when he fucked around, did Hitch. It's not that he couldn't do a black rom-com. It's not that he couldn't do it. I wonder if he thought, when I say he thought, again, he didn't know. So he wasn't asked anything. But I guess it's the idea of, would that have...
Hitch came out 2005.
Oh, yeah. So would, at that time, so coming out from Wild Wild West, even though that's, you know, not that great compared to his other movies, right? Would that have been something that would have saved him? Or would it have taken him down a different path? Does that make sense?
I mean, he did after Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West came out in actually 99. So this would have been 98 then, technically. We would have the Enemy of the State was 98.
Yeah. Damn, so Bad Boys is Will Smith's blackest movie?
You know what? You may be.
I was just thinking. Or Ali? Well, I'm guessing Ali. That's a biopic, though.
So it goes Wild Wild West 99, Ledger and Bagger Vance 2000, Ali 2001. Then Men in Black 2, 2002. Then Bad Boys in 2003. So he could have fit that in there, especially in 99. He could have fit that in. Yeah, but you know what? He probably was really feeling himself in the promo stuff going up to Wild Wild West. So he probably wouldn't have been there because you'd think if that movie came out in 99, they made it was filmed in 98. So that means he was filming Wild Wild West then. Or just finishing it up.
Like I said, he's coming off an Enemy of the State. You just did it with Gene Hackman. And again,
Men in Black was the year before that too.
Again, not to say that doing a black rom-com was a bad idea. He absolutely could have. But that's not the trajectory that he was on. At this point, he's blockbuster. So
he going towards Denzel status.
Right. So it's essentially you can't go. It's I hate to say going backwards, but again, so using Denzel as an example, right? Denzel does Malcolm X, right? So he's out in the stratosphere now. you can't go back and do what is it, Devil in a Blue Dress or like one of those early. So
Devil in a Blue Dress was after Malcolm X though.
What, Mo Better Blue?
Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I said, it's not taking a step backwards, but again, there's a trajectory now that you're on. And again, there's nothing wrong with Mo Better Blues. There's nothing wrong with any of those. Nothing's fucking wrong with any of those movies. It's just you're now on a different pathway, a different wavelength.
What about Jada is playing in there, y'all? What do y'all think about Jada playing in Best Man?
I could have seen her. I could see her in that.
Now that was the other part of the discussion was that Nia Long took a lot of Jada Pinkett's roles low key. that you could see Jada Pinkett being in low key. That's who she's mad at the most. I was like, the person she mad at the most is Nia Long.
She was gonna marry Will on the show.
I'm not beefing for real. I'm talking about like, man, this bitch be at every one of my auditions and getting them.
That part. It's.
Let me find out she was trying to play Katherine Jackson.
That was another person on the low that was getting some of her stuff too. Was Angela Bassett.
She was getting Jada's stuff.
That's interesting.
So think about all the Nia Long roles. Jada Pinkett could have played every one of them roles.
Well, no, when you mentioned Angela Bassett.
Yeah, her too.
I'm like, that's just interesting because there's such an age difference there. I mean, think about Boys in the Hood, right? Mm-hmm. Like Angela Bassett would have been,
but Angela was playing younger roles on y'all Jokers, low key too.
That's interesting.
Yeah, think about the role she was. Angela just started playing mama role. It was weird. She was like supposed to be like a young mama in Boys in the Hood that was in her 20s.
Yeah, she was young because she was in law school, was she?
Yeah, she was. You gotta think they had Trey in high school.
Yeah.
So they all was early 30s, maybe?
Yeah, about 35, maybe mid 30s at the latest.
I was saying like 32, 33. If they had a kid at 16 and their kid 17.
Yeah,
that's about right.
This one is a funny one. This one is Bentley Evans that helped produce Martin talk about the potential for Jada Pinkett to be in Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
As who?
It was very simple. We're sitting in the backyard after rehearsal on the Martin show. The song comes on. It's a thin line between love and hate. And Martin goes, "Hey Ben, you ever really listen to this song?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a thin line between love and hate. Of course, we grew up listening to that." He goes, "No, but you ain't listening to the story. You ain't listening to the story." Martin's intense.
Yes.
He's serious about everything. You got to listen to the story. I go, "Okay, I'm going to listen to the story." I'm listening to it again. And he goes, "What did you get out of that?" I said, "It's the black fatal attraction." He goes, "That's what I'm talking about." He's like this. We got to figure that out. Now, mind you, he's already done Bad Boys 1 at the time. So he's elevated to major
movie star. Yeah.
I said, "Well, let me take a stab at the script." So I wrote the first draft of the script by myself.
Wow.
I gave it to him and he was like, "Yo, that's pretty good, but I'm going to put you with Kenny and then you and Kenny see what you guys can do and let me give you my notes." And then we collaborated and then Martin was like, "All right, let me bring in the rest of the team." Now it became a team effort and we turned this script into what I considered gold. Lynn Whitfield walked in the door and we were all blown away. We're like, rewrite, because it wasn't written for that. When we were doing a Thin Line Between Love and Hate, you know who the template was for the actress? It was Jada Pinkett.
Oh, wow.
Jada was hot because Jason's lit.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
And so Martin was like, "Yeah, I want to do a movie with Jada." So I was like, "All right, we'll figure that out." But what we ended up doing was kind of turning the Regina King character into the Jada, the friend role, tomboy friend role. And then when Lynn came in and she brought that powerhouse audition, it was like this, ooh, older woman scorned by a dude? Oh, black fatal attraction for real.
I'm gonna shoot you for all women. But first, darling, we're gonna have my birthday cake.
shit.
All right.
I forgot Jada was on a run in the mid-90s.
She was.
I forgot she was in Low Down Dirty Shame.
Yep. No,
And,
that mid 90s for Jada was peak.
yeah,
Like,
I forgot she was
she
on
was
the
on a different
run.
world at the same time that Jason's lyric is going on.
I hate to say it, she was on the run until she got married to
That's what. Now you go back to my original thing. Now y'all
She
see
was
where I was
on the run to
from.
about 97.
It all stops. Well,
Yeah.
also Wu is in there too. That
But she
was
did Nutty Professor.
She did.
Remember she was in the first one.
yeah.
Yes. And that was what 96.
96.
Yeah, because that movie always reminds me of my youngest sister. So here's the thing with Jada, right? One, we all know I'm Stacey's team Jada. I don't know what type of actress Jada Pinkett is, if that makes any sense, right? Like with the Lynn Whitfield, I know what I'm going to get. With the Angela Bassett, I know what I'm going to get, right? I don't know what kind of actress Jada Pinkett is. And she has, if she did A Different World, right? She's definitely done more, really, I guess it's weird to say dramas more than she has comedies. I mean, there's definitely some dramas that she's done. It's a couple of like comedy-ish type things, but she's not necessarily funny. You know, like as far as like just being able to just be like a true comedic actress. Mm-hmm. But like at the same time, like I don't know if she could have done what Lynn Whitfield did in that role.
Yeah, because really what was the movie Girls Trip? She was probably like the least funniest one out of all of them.
But she was good as a straight. You had to be somebody had to be a straight person.
And she was good. So again, for that role, she was who she was supposed to be. She wasn't supposed to be Tiffany Haddish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. That wasn't who she was supposed to be. And that's again absolutely fine. So again, to that point, as we think about roles that was supposed to go for her, that was supposed to go for her. Would it have been right for her though? Like would have hit the same, or even the fact that they said that it was written for Jada, but once Lynn came in, they were like, "Oh, we got to do a whole rewrite."
The whole script had to get redone.
Why? Why would you have to do a whole rewrite because a different actress is coming in? So which makes me wonder what was the role like for Jada.
She was gonna be Regina King's character.
No,
she said she's gonna be Brandy.
Brandy. Oh, okay.
But when they end up making the Regina King's character the best friend, kind of more, or I guess what the Jada character was supposed to be, which makes me wonder: did y'all already have Regina signed to a contract, or why ain't y'all just move Jada to that role?
I mean, you want to know what Jada could have been? You know what Jada could have been in? Friday, Love Jones, Soul Food, In Too Deep, and The Best Man. Those are all the roles that she could have had. She could have had. It would have worked.
I forgot Nia Long was in Too Deep.
Yeah, all these roles.
She was in
you can't Deep. Tell me. I named those 4 movies. You can't tell me if you swapped them out for Jada, would it be? I mean, I'm not saying Nia Long's not, but I'm just saying Jada could have done it. Think about it. Jada could have done all them roles.
She could have did Are We There Yet?
That's the person she's mad at. Is Nia Long, not her husband, Nia Long. We need to investigate. She might not like her for real, like slickly. Have we got any pictures with Nia Long and Jada Pinkett together in them? Let me see what the Google says.
Now that is.
Have they done anything together? Any movies? Nothing. Damn.
The Google's gonna tell me in a second.
They ain't been on no Essence magazine cover together. You know how they do the one with all the black women every year.
Look, okay. They got a picture with them from back in the day when they kids.
It was like about 2000.
Yeah, this picture from like 2000 when their kids was babies. They holding both of their babies together.
Yeah.
But that was before some of these roles. But they got to be cool because she played on Fresh Prince when she was dating Will.
See, I thought that was before.
Yeah,
she was on there the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, I was saying like when they started dating.
They started dating like in the middle of him doing Fresh Prince. I think.
I feel like it was at the end.
Is at the end?
I feel like he was with Cherie. Is that the first wife's name? Cherie.
Yeah.
Like he was with Cherie. the majority of that time, and then there's the whatever little time within their
They
divorce.
started dating in 94.
94.
94,
I just
95.
wasn't hip to him till really 97 for real, or 96.
When they get married then?
97.
I feel like they got married in 99. When they get married?
Like
97.
98, 97. During the Jiggy era.
And it goes back to Cohen's. So there's two people that Jada don't like: Nia Long and her husband. Because 97 is it right there. 97 is. Let's see, what's Jada's career like after 97?
Damn, her run stopped. She married this nigga and he go back rapping. He started back rapping. That was the Jiggy era. No.
So 97, she had Scream 2. That was her only movie, and she got killed at the beginning.
Oh yeah, she died in there. And then Woo. Remember that
Woo was the next movie.
Woo.
After she got married, she does Woo. Oh man, we didn't solve this case. I know she be sitting on Wikipedia doing the same thing we doing.
Yeah, because I never seen Woo because I don't want to watch it.
Oh, you never seen it?
I don't want to watch it. I never want to watch it.
You never seen?
I watched Joanna Man before I watched Woo.
Y'all neither one of y'all seen Woo?
I've never seen Woo.
I think I've seen maybe like 5 minutes total.
I've never seen. I've seen maybe like a few minutes of. I've never seen the whole movie.
No, I've not seen it. But again,
soundtrack is hard though.
Again,
that's what I was telling back in the day.
About Stacey and 90s rom-com and movies of things that I have and have not seen, because we're not going to talk about when I finally saw Boomerang.
Hold on, don't do this. Don't do this.
She was in Inkwell.
I actually saw Inkwell. I actually saw that in the theaters.
But I'm saying, think about all these roles. Even Nia Long might be mad at her because she might have wouldn't have been in Inkwell. She cool with Lorenz Tate too.
Hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music Podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it on the SOLC network. You finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.